Chris D'Elia got in trouble. Chris D'Elia getting in trouble is a lot like that clip of Kanye West interrupting Taylor Swift at the VMAs. Still funny. If any of you guys don't know, Chris D'Elia is a terrible stand-up comedian who was accused of essentially trying to crowdsource child porn from his underage fans, whom he was also having sex with, allegedly, you know. And look, before we get into all of that, I just want to say that Chris D'Elia is not funny at all. Like, I don't give a fuck how many people laughed at his jokes. People used to laugh at blackface, okay? Sometimes the audience is wrong. All right, and what struck me about like the day that Chris D'Elia got canceled, a day that will live in infamy, is the fact that like everyone defending him had such weak defenses. You know, they were like, it's legal to fuck high schoolers in Nevada. If you have ever Googled age of consent laws by state, just go to your nearest prison and self-surrender. All right, yeah, I know it's legal to fuck high schoolers in Nevada. Bestiality is legal in 5 states, but if Chris D'Elia fucked a cow, you wouldn't be like, well, hang on, was he in Kentucky? Because if he was in Kentucky, then he technically didn't do anything wrong. So, something of an intellectual. God, it's just so fucking absurd to me. Like the idea that this man was accused of sticking his dick in people's kids and I'm supposed to give a fuck about which side of Lake Tahoe he was on. Like, I just fucking don't. People were like, look, some of the high schoolers wanted to fuck D'Elia. And I'm like, I know. But wanting to fuck Chris D'Elia is actually a sign that you're not mature enough for sex. Bitch, I don't care if you're 30, you not ready, okay? People were like, well, maybe he didn't know that the girls DMing him were in high school. And I'm like, yeah, if you're Justin Bieber's favorite comedian, then you do know you're gonna get DM'd by a bunch of high schoolers. Don't fuck any of them. I mean, if you think about it, this whole thing is Bieber's fault for having shitty taste in comedy. All right, and you know what? Just in case anyone does think that D'Elia didn't know what he was doing was wrong, in 2010, he tweeted, having sex with a minor is wrong. Fuck that dude. People had these shittiest defenses. They're like, technically, he's not a pedophile. He's actually an ephibophile. That shit had me feeling like the bitch from Mean Girls. I'm like, stop trying to make a phibophile happen. It's not going to happen. People were like, you know, teenage girls, their brains are still developing, but their bodies are mature. Ew. Gross. 2 things. 1, that underdeveloped brain is the thing you're damaging the most when you assault a minor. And 2nd, I don't give a fuck how big a pair of titties a high school girl has. Leave her alone. It's fucking gross, dude. I don't know if any of you guys saw that insane apology video that D'Elia posted on YouTube. One of the most unhinged things I've ever seen in my fucking life. He just kept saying, all of my relationships were consensual and legal. And I'm like, yeah, the word legal is doing a lot of the heavy lifting in that sentence. He apologized for cheating. I'm like, no one is upset at you for cheating because nobody thought you were faithful. There's a rumor that Chris D'Elia was swiping on Tinder in the back of the Laugh Factory the night his son was born. We know you're a cheater, okay? No one gives a shit. Like, it's so fucking stupid. It's clear that his like plan was, if I call myself a cheater, maybe everyone else will stop calling me a pedophile. And it's like, no, I'm gonna still do it though. Like, are you seriously trying to imply that Netflix edited your ass out a whole movie because they found out you were unfaithful to the random woman you accidentally got pregnant? Like, I'm not fucking stupid. You know, like, you got dropped by your agents. You don't get dropped by your agents for cheating. Are you trying to tell me that CAA, the agency that represents Mel Gibson, found out that you cheated, called you up, and was like, I thought you were a good man? Like, fuck out of He was like, in that stupid video, he was like, I just don't know what's wrong with having sex with somebody that wants to have sex with you. I'm like, well, does she have school in the morning? Because if she does, that's what's wrong. God, I can't get mad at Chris D'Elia for lying because if he tells the truth, he'll go to prison. So I guess I can just get mad at all the people who believed the bullshit in that stupid video. Because, like, some people that I once respected saw that video and then were like, I hope Chris D'Elia gets the help he needs. I'm like, that is not what you're supposed to hope. Okay, you're supposed to hope that the victims get his home address and then go to his house and kill him and his entire family. Okay, I hope that they drop kick his baby into a hot tub. I think we can end that lineage. I'm fucking kidding, all right? You know what? Actually, I'm not kidding. If you were offended by that joke, I just have one thing to say. I'm not sorry for any joke that I've ever told in my entire life. I don't give a fuck what you think about it. Figure your own shit out if your feelings are hurt. I'm kidding. I want to apologize for that last joke. That shit was way over the line. That was completely uncalled for. Leave the kid alone, all right? It's not his fault that his dad is allegedly, but I'm pretty sure, a pedophile. Look, satire requires clarity lest it contribute to the thing it's trying to criticize, so let me be clear, leave the kid alone, okay? Jesus Christ. That Chris D'Elia, he's always on Instagram, like, using his son as a human shield. Like, look at me, you guys. I'm just a father. I'm like, you some other things too, though. I ain't forget about all that other stuff, man. You know? God. I am anti-gun, which is why I'm gonna shoot Chris D'Elia in the chest with a crossbow. It's gonna take him 55 minutes to die. That's plenty of time to think of all your mistakes. I'm kidding, leave him alone. Actually, I have some really good reasons why nobody should hurt Chris D'Elia, his kid, his family, any of them, all right? Because due process can't do anything about guys like D'Elia, Chris D'Elia's punishment is going to be a two-parter. The first part was hilariously losing his entire career on Twitter. The second part is going to be when his son grows up, finds the Wikipedia page, and then immediately and permanently loses all respect. Once that kid types his dad's name into Google, Chris D'Elia ain't going to be able to tell him shit. Be like, hey son, I think you shouldn't play so many video games. You shouldn't have fucked so many teenagers, Dad, but you did it though. Get the fuck out of my room, pedophile. You know, like, that's actually just how all rich white boys speak to their fathers. Like, get the fuck out of my room, pedophile. And the dad is like, I'm a judge, Connor. You know, like, God, I cannot wait. Like, you can't hurt Chris D'Elia and his family. Like, I can't wait until that kid gets older and then brings home his first girlfriend. You know, like, hey, Dad, this is Emma. And, oh, you don't have to hug her, Dad. No handshakes, no high fives. You don't have to touch her at all. Actually, we're not even staying. I'm just getting my stuff. We're going to go see a movie. I would ask you for a ride to the movie theater, but Emma's mom says that she's not allowed to get in the car with you. Just gonna tie my jump rope to the back of her bicycle. She can pull me on my skateboard. We gotta leave now because the movie starts in 3 hours. I have hated Chris D'Elia for so fucking long. Ever since I saw his first Comedy Central Presents, like, I distinctly remember my sister being like, can you turn this off? Like, and I was like, yeah, this dude fucking sucks. No Pain came out. It was April of 2020. We're in the pandemic. I had nothing better to do, so I just, like, lit a joint and turned it on with an open mind. And I actually laughed at a bunch of the jokes. I couldn't fucking believe it. I turned that shit off halfway through and just sat there. I was like, oh my God, I hate this dude so much, and it's not his jokes. Like, I hate this dude and it's personal. I swear to God, like, I sat there kind of feeling like a bad person. I was like, why do you hate this dude so much? Like, you don't have a good reason to feel so strongly about this motherfucker. I tried to stop hating him for like 5 minutes and I couldn't. After 5 minutes, I just had to go, I'm black. I don't have to like this guy. And then he got in trouble, but he's not the only one who got in trouble, so let's talk about the rest of them.